Hi, my name is Natasha and I'm going to demonstrate how I would model and teach a class of Year 2 students the concept of the natural phenomenon of number patterns. When planning my lesson, I would ensure I have cross-checked with the curriculum framework to make sure I'm covering everything within the strand for that concept. I would also make sure that I'm using the correct mathematical language to encourage and role model to students the language they need to use when communicating and interacting with each other. My lesson would be broken up into 3 sessions. The first session would be 10 to 15 minutes, and this will be a whole class focus. Within the whole class focus, I would introduce the concept of a number pattern. I would do this by using a shared teaching approach. By using a shared teaching approach, I would use my interactive whiteboard, where I would be able to give the students a clear visual explanation of the number pattern, where I could identify each step and concept as I go along. I've used a mini whiteboard. I've clearly given the example. I've then gone on to step 1, where I've used the use of a number line. I've clearly labelled the number line, and I've gone on to explain and demonstrate to the students how the number line would assist in determining what the number pattern is. So I'd start off at number 2, and I would ask the students how many humps would it take me, or jumps would it take me to get to number 4, and I would put it at the top as I have here. So it's taken me 2 humps or jumps to get to number 4. How many jumps to number 6? It's taken me another 2 jumps to get to number 6, and so on and so forth. Once I've gotten to the end, I would then ask the students what they thought the number pattern would be, and then I would indicate to the students what the number pattern is. I would then go on further to explain to the students by use of a mathematical equation. So using the equation, the example given, I would show the students that the first number 2 plus our number pattern 2 gives us 4. 4 plus 2 gives us 6. 6 plus 2 gives us 8. Allowing the students then to figure out how they would work out what the missing number would be. So it would be 8 plus our number pattern, which is 2, which would give us the missing number of 10. During the session, I would be encouraging students to ask questions and interact with each other, sharing their skills and abilities and understanding. The second session would be 30 to 35 minutes. 20 minutes being small group and individual activities, focusing on applying the concept. The teacher would work with the small group with like needs and abilities. The way the teacher models this is dependent on the level of support the students need to be able to progress further. The last 10 minutes of the session would be where the teacher floats within the class, interacting and supporting the rest of the class and ensuring their level of understanding is at the right level for the class to move on. The third session would be 10 to 15 minutes, and this would be a whole class shared time. This is where the students regroup as a class on the mat area and reflect and celebrate their learning. A good activity to use would be Think, Pair, Share. This will allow the teacher to gain valuable insight into the level of understanding, mathematical thinking and strategies used by each student. This will also determine whether the teacher can progress onto the next concept or use another lesson to reteach and explain the number pattern concept. I would then end off the class by thanking them for great listening and reward them with a mathematical game linked to the concept that has just been taught. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you have found it informative and useful. Thank you.